everyone, and welcome to my chaotic mess. This is going to be a sit down video, so if you are anti sit down videos, I won't give you a hard time if you skip this. Anyway, I did not post a video on Monday, sorry, yesterday, and the I meant to do this video and post it yesterday, is what I'm trying to say. Um, a lot of you don't know, but March is a very hard month for me, um, mentally, emotionally. Um, and then, of course, I just got over a really bad cold as well. I'm still kind of getting over it because, like, I'm still very lethargic. Yesterday, I started to clean the house and I got as far as getting the dishes, a load of the dishes in the dishwasher and a load of laundry in the wash. And that took so much out of me. Like, I was so dizzy just after doing that little bit of stuff that I was done for the rest of the day. So, and I did record it. I am making content this week, but it's so slow. Like, content has been coming slow. And I figured I owed it to you guys to get on here and kind of explain. I think if you go back to last March, you'll also see I did not post a lot of videos last March either. In fact, I can tell you what I posted last March because I'm neurotic and I kept records last year. This year, I've not kept records at all. March, I posted 3 videos in March last year. And that's it. And, I have to be okay with that. So, and I am okay with that. Obviously because it was last year. But this year, I don't even know. Have I posted anything this month? That's how out of it I am, guys. I don't remember posting stuff, and that's really bad. Okay, I posted 2 videos this month. And the Easter one was a struggle because it just, and I feel so bad for Easter. It's not Easter's fault. It's just Easter falls in the wrong month. Sometimes it's in March, sometimes it's in April, but either way, the decorating process usually is done in February, which it was this year. Like, I literally decorated right after Valentine's Day, but my mood really starts declining the end of February. And I don't know if you guys will notice that in the videos or what. I don't know. But I I just get really into myself in this month. I still process a lot of things. Um, I process them all year round, honestly, but in March is when it hits the hardest for me. If you guys don't know, in 2021, I did lose my mom on March 19th, and it's been a struggle for me since then, emotionally, mentally. I'm just not, I don't know how to process it, if that makes any sense. I feel like most days I'm starting to be better, but then something will just hit me one day, and I'm like into myself. I get really depressed this time of year. I I struggle with a lot of things emotionally, and I have a lot of feelings that come up. And so I haven't been making a lot of content. I am this week I am recording content for you guys. But honestly, you probably won't see it until until April. Because see, next week I'm doing that. You might get a video before. I am going to post something next week. Hopefully it will get done. I'm working on it this week. But like cleaning wise, I am working on content. I'm also trying to start I did start spring cleaning, but I didn't get very far. And this week is all about just getting the house ready for me to leave. My dad and my mother-in-law are coming to watch Stitch and Mischief while we're gone, and so I'm trying to get the house ready for them. Plus, if you watched my last video, I do have an online job now, and so I'm trying to put in a little bit of hours every day there as well. Luckily, it's something I can choose how much I work each day, or if I'm even going to work that day. And I don't have a set schedule. It's just work when I can sort of situation. So that's good for me because, like, for example, today it's already 2 o'clock and I just got done running all my errands for the week. Hopefully for the week. I don't think I should have to go back out again this week, but you never know. So that being said, God, this is the second time I made this video too. I made it when I was out running errands, but I went off track so much. Like, I started talking about funerals and stuff like that, and we don't want to talk about all that. So here's what I'm planning on doing for the month of March. The rest of March, I'm going to try to at least execute one video a week, and probably in the month of April as well, just one video a week until I get some more content built up to where I can post 2 a week. And from there we should be fine. Here lies the issue is when I get sick, I don't do anything at all. And it takes me a lot longer to recover from things than the normal person. Because like I feel fine, but when I actually start moving my body and doing things, I get extremely dizzy. And honestly, like, I also haven't been reading. I love to read, and like my brain, I've tried reading this couple books because I thought maybe it was just the book that wasn't interesting me, so I went to an author that I knew I loved all their stuff, and I still can't focus. So I know it's got to be this time of year. I can't seem to sit down and really focus on the book. So I haven't been reading. I'm getting behind on my goal there, which is fine. I'm not worried about that. It's something I can make up through the year, and if I don't reach my goal, it's fine. It's not like it's a life or death situation, right? So it's just something to use my mind for. What else? I don't know if I really hit on why I got or why I started working. If you don't know, my friend Crystal got me in on a project that she's working on for an online company. And that's really all I can say about it because I don't know if it's top secret or what. There's like disclosure saying we're not allowed to discuss the job, stuff like that. So anyway, but anyway, my health insurance, for some reason, completely lied to everyone when it came to renewing your policy and stuff like that. And they were told that nothing really changed I think it was just like the price that was coming out changed. Well, it turns out their prescription coverage changed, so I had to switch medications. Honestly, I don't know if my medication even works. I have not checked my numbers, and I think I'm going to check my numbers tomorrow just to see. Um, but really, what am I going to do about it? I can't afford the medicine that works because it's no longer under their coverage unless I was to go up to a different tier of the insurance, which now it's too late to do that because you would have had to do it back during the renewal period. And we didn't do that because it was going to be $80 more a week, and I still would have to pay 20% of the prescription. So, and I can't afford that because the medication I was on is like $1,200 out of pocket, and the insurance was only paying 80% of that. So it left me with like $200 a month to pay. I can't afford that. So, and then come to find out, I now have a copay if I go outside of like any other specialist besides my primary care. And as long as I'd use the primary care through the facility that they own. So the healthcare company owns a facility. As long as I use doctors within that facility, I don't have a copay. They don't have specialists in that facility that I see. So my specialist that I have to see is 80, it was $85 copay. I think 85 or 89. I don't remember, but it was 85 or 89 copay, and I've never had a copay before. And so now, if you don't know, I usually go to a specialist at least once a month. So now I have to make sure I have money for that. And like the way we have everything budgeted is very down to where we're paycheck to paycheck. So these surprise expenses are a lot more than we were planning. And so like because my prescriptions are more money, even the ones that are covered, they're not free, so I still have to pay for them. Um, and they're more expensive than they were. Um, my specialists are more expensive than they used to be. And so this year is going to be a little bit of a adjustment struggle. And from what we're told, my husband's company is looking at other insurance options besides this company because they feel like this company did them dirty because the person that actually comes and like speaks to the people about the insurance plans and everything basically lied to everyone and said that nothing would change. Now, there is possibility that maybe this person doesn't realize that the policies were different. Maybe they're new and they didn't realize that they're different. But at the same time, as an employee, the company should have trained them about what the policies were the previous year so that they knew how to explain it to people. And I just, either he was throwing a fast one on everyone, or um, or he didn't know. So either way, we're not happy with it. Um, we looked at the prescription cards you can get directly from the manufacturer of the prescriptions, and those are only good if it's on their approved list, your insurance's approved list. And because my insurance took my medication because of the tier of insurance I'm on, they took it off of the approved list. So it's not even an approved medicine on the tier of insurance I'm on. And so I can't even use the prescription cards from the manufacturer of the companies because of that, because it's not approved by my insurance at all, which sucks. But so yeah, that's another reason why I am having to do just this year's just going to be a little bit different, guys. I have to make a little bit of extra money. Like, by no means am I working like a 40-hour job sort of situation. I could never do that, probably ever again in my life. I know that sounds bad, and it's at this point in my life, physically I could not handle it because I have a lot of physical limitations that keep me from working even a sedentary job like sitting. That's why this job is so great because like for example, right now my back is killing me. I really just need to get up, walk around, and stretch and all those other things. I can't do that in an office. Most places will not allow you to just get up and walk around whenever you need to. My old job, when I worked at the clinic, I could have gotten up and moved around a lot more than I could do at any other job. But I've looked at jobs. I've applied for jobs. I've talked to people, and I've kind of explained my situation to a lot of people, and they said, "Well, I don't know if I can promise you can get up a certain amount of times because we really need someone to do this, and this." And so it's like, well, and I can't do fast food anymore because I cannot be on my feet for 8 hours a day. I there's just no I and actually, if you guys don't know, actually you don't know because I wasn't vlogging at the time, but before I became a substitute teacher, which great job for my my physical limitations, by the way. But down here they require a college degree to be a substitute teacher. I don't get it, but in the county I live in the surrounding counties, they all require substitutes to have at least an associate's degree. I don't have an associate's degree. So anyway, that being said, before I was a substitute teacher, I worked at Zaxby's for literally a month, and um, I was I ended up quitting for a lot of different reasons. One, it was too physically straining on my body because I was working 8 hours. I was running circles around people. I was lifting things I was told I would not have to lift because no one else would do it for me. And the second reason I ended up quitting is because I was standing there working my ass off when a manager went up to a teenager and said, "Hey, when you graduate, I think you would be great for management." I'm standing there, someone who has literally years of management experience, who's running circles around this teenager that was just sitting here in the drive-through, leaning against the counter on his phone, and you're going to tell him you think he'd be great management material? No, that really pissed me off when that happened, and I didn't quit on the spot. I finished out my shift, but I did end up messaging my district manager, the person who hired me, and I said, "Look, I'm just not, I'm not going back. I can't do it no more." And she said, "Okay." She didn't ask why or anything like that. Um, and I know a lot of you are going to sit there and be like, "Oh, you're going to throw a hissy fit because they didn't want to make you manager." That's not the point of the whole story. The point is they offered it to someone who literally didn't do a damn thing for the company. Someone who literally just sat on their ass all day while a almost 40-year-old woman was running circles around them. People have no work ethic today. These kids are given opportunities that they don't deserve. And I'm just saying that honestly. They do not deserve them at all. You shouldn't make someone a manager because other employees like them. You This was the best advice I ever gave to my second store manager at Taco Bell because, well, she that's another story because she ended up getting fired. But anyway, she was sitting there struggling to hire people, and I said, "Your problem is you're trying to hire people that you can be friends with, and you don't want to be friends with your employees." because she didn't get to hire me. I was already there. I was already a manager when she came in. And so I said, you need to hire people that will look at you as an authority, not someone to be their friend. And you're not looking at them like that. You're looking for friends. And that's the wrong thing to do in your position. You do not want to be a manager to your friends. I was a manager to one of my friends at McDonald's. When I was working at McDonald's, I moved up the ranks real quick, like real quick. And one the manager for one told me I had to stop being friends with someone, and I told them no. You hired me knowing that we were friends before you promoted me. I'm not going to not be someone's friend for a position. I said if it's going to be a conflict of interest, you can move me to another store, no problems. Which I kind of wish they would have moved me to a different store. I'd probably still work for McDonald's to this day, to be honest with you. I had no qualms against McDonald's. It was that boss. I hated her. She was the worst. She ended up going to jail. So I have lots of stories, guys. But anyway, that's not the point. Um, I don't even know what my point is. Where was I in this whole thing? Anyway, I don't know. My point is, I think I would have been a better manager. Did I want management? Not really, but that's not the point. The point is, I'm tired of people getting jobs for doing nothing. Which goes back to another story when I worked at Michael's. Why I quit Michael's? I worked for Michael's for over a year, and they promised me two positions back to back. One position they said, hey, we're going to have a team leader or shift manager position open up. I think you'd be good for it. So it came. I applied for it, and they gave it to someone else who ironically ended up being pregnant and then ended up leaving them anyway. And then the second position they offered me was an accounting position, payroll accounting position. Like it's like a store thing though. So you do all the in store, like you do the counting the drawers, running to the banks, scheduling, stuff like that. So you do all of that. And they're like, oh, I think you'd be good for this. So it came up. I applied for it. They hired someone that literally started working a week before. And I was done. I was just done. So I found another job and I quit. And you better believe if you are going to screw me over twice, I'm not going to let you do it a third time. And so what got me was like I went in to turn in my vest because I bought t-shirts. They weren't getting my t-shirts because if you bought t-shirt, like if you had them, any employee you see with a Michaels t-shirt, I can't speak for now, but when I worked there, you could wear your regular street clothes and then wear a vest, right? Um, but if you see them wearing Michaels t-shirts, they most likely bought them. So anyway, they weren't getting my t-shirts. um, I ended up, what did I do with them? I think I burned them. I don't know. But anyway, I took my vest in and stuff, and the one girl was like, why'd you quit? And I told her, and she said, I didn't realize he promised you those jobs. And I said, he promised me both those jobs and ended up giving it to someone else, and I don't want to be here for him to do it again. And I don't want to work for someone that can literally do that to someone. And she said, no, I don't blame you. And so, it was just the one manager that was promising me this. And it turns out I wasn't the only one. There were a couple others that ended up quitting not long after me because they found out why I quit and found out that I was promised the same position they were promised, but they thought, that he likes to sugarcoat things to people. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't. Corporate went over my head, and we all know corporate didn't go over his head. We're not stupid, okay? Corporate can only go over your head for so many things, and for little entry level positions like that, corporate doesn't care, okay? I mean, maybe the accounting job they did because that's literally working with their money, But for a shift leader, they don't care. Now, if you were hiring an assistant manager or the store manager was getting replaced, I could see corporate coming in. But corporate did not care about your little team leader, shift manager, whatever you want to freaking call them. And what was the point of this video? I don't know. I told you guys I go off on tangents. What was the point of this video? Oh, to tell you guys that I have to work now to pay for medical expenses, and it is what it is. I don't care. I will work this project as long as they will allow me to. I have worked for this company before, but on a different project, and I did not make that much money, which is why I left the company to begin with. But Crystal was able to get me on the project she was actually working on because it pays a lot better than what I was doing. So I decided to come back, give it a chance, and so that's what I'm doing now. And I just really have to make enough money to pay my medical bills, and that's it. So I'm hoping once I get like some money saved up, that way if the project ends and I don't get put on another project, then I will have some money to pay my medical expenses till the end of the year. So here's hoping. But anyway, guys, that's gonna be it. I'm sorry that I went off on such a tangent. I just get this way, so I understand if you guys like pieced out halfway through this video. I don't blame you. But I'm going to finish putting the groceries away because all I did was put the cold stuff up. I needed to sit down. That's why I decided to come sit down and make this video now. But I'm going to put the rest of the groceries away and start more laundry and work on the kitchen some more. And oh my god, I'm running out of time. I knew Tuesday was going to be like a little hectic because Tuesdays is the days I go to the grocery store. But I have the kitchen to clean. I have to clean both the bathrooms still, and I have to clean our room because that's where they're going to be sleeping. I have to clean the guest room because Justin and I are sleeping there Friday night. And so I have to be able to put clean sheets and stuff on the bed in there. And I have to pack still. I've got a lot to do. And no energy to do it. So that's always fun when you have a laundry list of things to do and no energy to do it. So anyway, guys, that's going to be it. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up, comment down below, questions, concerns. I think I've already said this once. I feel like I've already said this once. I don't know. But anyway, if you haven't done so already, subscribe. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.